I never did. I never did ask my grandmother why it was that after 3 days of thinking that she was white, someone would figure out that she was Mexican and send her back across the street to the Mexican school. But this happened every year of her life until 1929 and Salvatierra versus Del Rio ISD, which is when the parents in her neighborhood banded together and forced the Texas public school system to let Mexican children into the white school on the basis that Mexicans should be considered white. But that is when the Texas state legislature changed the rules and decided they would not just segregate by race, but also by language. Meaning that my grandmother got sent back across the street, not because she couldn't speak English, but because she could speak Spanish. So the parents got together again, and this time, they seceded from the Del Rio public school system and formed their own school district, allowing their children to learn whatever it is they wanted to teach them. But they could never teach my grandmother to stop being afraid of the sorting hand, which I think is why she always kept me out of the sun, and why she threw away those letters from my aunt's boyfriend, the one who was a lot darker than she was, and why she wasn't that crazy about my father because he was so much darker than my mother was. You know, I mean, there were a lot of possible reasons for it, but I kind of think that that's the one.
Forget about all that, Agente Ramirez. This is exactly what Operación Reconquista is about. Taking back our place. And you know how important it is to take back our place, don't you?
Yes, I learned that when I was a child.
From your mother?
No, from television.
Jam is truly outrageous, truly outrageous. What jam?
The highlight of my young queer life. Gem and the Holograms, episode 28, The Talent Search, part 2.
Jam.
On our last episode, Shayna, the African-American drummer, quit the band to pursue a career in fashion design, which led to the biggest question of 1980s rock and roll. Who would be the new drummer for Gem and the Holograms?
We are proud to announce a national talent search for the new hologram.
Meanwhile, in a garage across town, a young Latina is practicing her drum kit when her father comes in with the good news.
Hi, Papa. Do you really think I can be the new hologram?
Her name is Carmen Alonso, but she goes by Rhea. Her mother wants her to put the drums down and be a proper lady, but that's how all Latino mothers are in stories like this one. But her father wants her to pursue her dream. She has pink hair, and I don't mean it grows in, I don't mean it's dyed pink. There's a flashback when she's a kid, and it grows in pink, all right? And she's got blue eyes and a really thick accent and zero self-confidence, and I am her, okay? She goes to the auditions and sees the line all the way around the block.
Oh, what's the point?
But her father, who owns a nursery, which, let's face it, is kind of the middle-class version of being a gardener, has an idea. I know, mija. We'll take some of our prize-winning orchids to the holograms, and you can sneak in an audition. The plan works. She sneaks in, she auditions, and she nails it. Kimber, the songwriter for the hologram, says,
That's exactly the beat I was looking for my new song.
But that's when Ray learns Gem's terrible secret.
Show's over, Synergy.
That Gem is secretly Jerica Benton, CEO of Starlight Records and the Starlight Foundation Orphanage, who transforms into the pop icon Gem of Gem and the Holograms with the help of a hologram-generating supercomputer programmed with the personality of her dead mother, named Synergy, who could cause global devastation if it falls into the wrong hands.
Oh my God.
Ray makes the semifinals, where a punked-out white girl drummer says,
You're not a real drummer. You're only here to make the contest look good.
Clearly a reference to racial tokenism. Ray runs off crying. but she's sweet and she's talented and she brought a piñata for the kids at the orphanage, you guys. She's sharing her culture. They love her. So now it's down to 2. Rhea and Craig Phillips, who is secretly the brother of Stormer, the guitar player for Gem and the Holograms' arch rivals, the Misfits. Now, Craig is really cute, all right? My proto-gay brain registered this somehow. But he's torn between his devotion to his sister and his burgeoning love for Aja, the blue-eyed, blue-haired, Asian-American guitar player for the Holograms. So he quits the competition.
But if Craig quits the competition, I will win by default.
I don't care how you win. I just need to be on the show like forever. And that's when Gem, not aware that Craig has made his decision, makes her announcement.
And the new hologram is Rhea!
She won! She won for real! Oh my God! But wait! Shayna's dissatisfied with her life in the fashion industry. She wants to come back to the band. Rhea runs off crying. back in her garage. She feels as abandoned as my childhood hopes and dreams. But that's when Gem and the Holograms arrive. Shayna's gonna play guitar. Rhea can play drums.
My dream come true.
And as Gem and the Holograms ride a train into outer space, Shayna reaches behind from the caboose to pull Rhea on board, proving that coalition between minorities can be possible in the face of oppression.
And you know something? I think you can convince your mother to buy you the Rayado because she is Latina too.
Oh my God, you're right. Hi, Mom. So I know Dad doesn't like for me to have dolls, but Rhea, she's Latina. She's a representation of our people, which is important, like you said. And I was wondering if I could have a Rhea doll, please. What? Oh my God! It's a Rhea doll. It's a Rhea doll. And it is with my Rhea doll in hand, creating a rainbow coalition out of hair colors not found in nature, that I decide it's time to take up my mission and fight for my people.
Excelente, Agente Ramirez. Are you ready to start your training?
Yes, sir.
Good. Jumping jacks, go! What is the oldest city of the United States? Is it Plymouth, Massachusetts?
Sir, no, sir. San Agustin, Florida, sir.
Are you sure?
Shit, sorry, sir. San Juan, Puerto Rico, for counting territory, sir.
Good. And who is the first female writer of the Americas? Is it Anne Hutchinson?
Sir, no, sir. Sir Juan is La Cruz, sir.
Excellent. What have you done this year for Operación Reconquista?
Sir, I started Hispanic Heritage Month at my school. I'm 12 years old. And I do without any teachers, just me and my friends.
Good. Sit-ups. How are your grades, Ramirez?
All A's, except for PE, sir.
No me importa PE. Keep on the good work, and one day you'll be president.
I have to be president?
Of course not. Supreme Court justice will be just fine. Come on, sit-ups! And what have you been reading?
Sir, I'm in high school now, so I see a lot of science fiction, and I love Toni Morrison, and I like E.M. Forster for reasons I don't totally fathom yet.
Not enough Latino writers, Ramirez. You know, sometimes I worry about you. I'm not sure you are Latino enough. Run laps!
So, this year, it's something really big, I think. I won this writing award, and I was one of only a few Latinos to win it, and when I got up to the stage, I said, Viva la Raza, to show my pride and my heritage. Am I Latino enough now? And I got in all these good colleges, and I got really good grades, and...
Ramirez!
Yes?
We have to talk.
About what?
The photographs.
Shit. The photographs.
Escándalo. While this word derives from the same root as the English word scandal, it does not always have the same highly negative connotations as its English cognate. For example, escándalo can describe a piece of juicy gossip about yourself or others that you are eager to share.
So my senior year of high school, I'm horsing around with some friends of mine in my house, and we find one of my mom's little dumbbells from the 80s that she bought and used like 3 times. And one of my friends says it kind of looks like a dick. But we were gay teenagers, so everything looked like a dick to us, all right? So we pretend to fuck each other with it, and suck on it, and one of us pulls out a camera. And a couple weeks later, we get the pictures developed. This is back when you had to develop pictures, children. And we were looking at my house, and we left them on the coffee table, where my mother found them.
Rudy, what were you thinking, mijo? What will happen the day you're in front of the confirmation committee?
It's not like I'm gay and Mexican. It's not like I'm that electable, all right? And besides, I don't think I want to do politics. I want to be like a writer or something.
Please, I don't want these pictures to come out the day you win the Pulitzer Prize.
No pressure at my house whatsoever. Now, look, I would love to show you these pictures, but my mom threw them away. So we're just going to have to recreate them here and now. So if a volunteer from the audience, you will not have to remove a stitch of clothing. That's how innocent these pictures are. But you will have to mind sex. So if you don't want to have only volunteer if you don't want a political career, all right? So any volunteers, anyone willing to post some sexy pictures?
I'll do it, man.
Awesome. Yes, come on up. John Smiley, ladies and gentlemen. MFA actors are so good at this one. It's a craft. All right, so oral or anal?
Oral.
Top or bottom?
Bottom.
Awesome. All right. So Elisa, you'll come be our cinematographer. So I guess I'll stand about that.
All right.
And I'll put it here. So
Okay.
you gotta do some
Nice.
nice.
Hey, hold still. Yes, and please.
Let's do another angle, John Smiley, ladies and gentlemen. And congratulations, John. You just ruined any chance you have at a political career.
Nice.
Ramirez, you just ruined any chance you had at a political career.
I know, but I could still do something political, like maybe be a political artist or something.
Yes, because that worked so well in the 60s.
You never know. Can I just do this Operación Reconquista thing in my own way?
I don't know about this anymore. Mira lo que pasó con tus primos.
What?
Nothing.
What was, you said something to my cousins?
No, I didn't.
You said, look what happened to your cousins.
Ramirez, you really have to work on your English.
What happened to my cousins?
Your cousins, they were part of the last iteration of infiltrators. But something went wrong. They went to the other side. They went native.
What do you mean?
They vote Republican.
No.
They even listened to Glenn Beck.
No! No!
They supported the law in Arizona.
No! Mentiras, not my family!
They think that some tomatillo sauces are just too spicy.
No! I didn't notice. Please tell me they don't eat at Taco Bell.
Some of them own Taco Bell.
Make it stop!
I'm sorry. Your mother didn't want me to tell you. She wanted you to think your family's perfect. Something went wrong in the DNA lab with your cousins. I guess they were too güeros. They assimilated. But you, Ramirez, you're different. You're white enough to blend. But you were raised to be proud of your roots. Because you're proud of your roots.
Yes, sir.
You want to succeed where your cousins failed.
Yes, sir.
Good. We may have use for you. You're talented. And we do need some Latino movie stars.
I'm not going to stay in the closet, though.
Well, then go to Broadway. Be a writer, a director, whatever. As long as you keep informing us.
Sir, yes, sir.
Excellent.
Vendedores,
Yes.
is it really true that they own Taco Bells?
Some of them have their own chains.
It's like when I found out my cousins in Mexico City were anti-Semitic.
Ramirez, we don't talk about that.
Well, I mean, come on, it's kind of the same thing. I mean, think about it. I mean, my family comes to the United States from Mexico, and then a few generations later, you know, there's racism in the family. And a few centuries ago, my family came from Spain as Jews, and a few centuries later, we have anti-Semitism.